Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 9th episode of the 7th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like what's today's full episode, it is available for a link in the description below. Just click in it, put the password in, and enjoy. So last episode, you know, Leonard found a DVD that Sheldon used to obviously book out from either the library or Blockbuster or whatever it was that he'd done, and it was 7 years overdue. So we all thought that Sheldon was going to flip out, you know, the type of person that he is, and he was calm, he was cool, he was collected, and basically, you know, he said to Leonard, look, there's a box, there's a sweater in that box that you don't like, and it makes you itchy and uncomfortable. I want you to wear it because it's the same thing that makes me itchy and uncomfortable, not being able to return something like this to the store. And once you do that, and you get it back and return it, then you can take it off. And obviously Leonard was like, okay, that's fine. He gone, store closed down. He said that's going to be the end of it. Nope. Who was the next of kin? Died. You know. What can he do anymore, Leonard? He can't. He ended up coming back to the apartment and telling Sheldon that he's actually done everything and tried everything about actually returning it. For then Sheldon to turn around and say, this is a life lesson. Do you know what I mean? 7 years ago, I actually found out it was overdue and I went down and paid for it myself. But I could have told you at the time, but I thought, do you know what? This is going to make a good lesson one day. And, you know, it's not often that you get to actually teach it. Leonard's just like, what the heck, mate? Honestly, I've been suffering, I've been dying. His body was all red from the itchy woolly sweater vest that his obviously family made for him when he was younger. And he was just fuming, to be honest. He was absolutely fuming. And I got to say, fair play to the makeup department because he made it look so convincing. I enjoyed the episode. It was nice. It was fun. And hopefully today's is, you know, just as entertaining. Thanks for checking it out. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
The math is all there. It's not real.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but look, it is scientifically impossible for a person to tip a cow.
Horrible. Why would you push a cow over this sacred?
Oh, stop it. I've seen you eat like a million hamburgers. I'm telling you I've done it, okay? I clearly remember the cow standing up and then the cow on its side.
Hey.
Howard, cow tipping, real or not?
I'm gonna say not. That's just based on me trying to roll my mom over when she's snoring. Speaking of that big side of beef, she's invited all of you to Thanksgiving at her house.
Now, I've been told that a bald refusal of an invitation is rude, and one must instead offer up a polite excuse. So I'd love to go, but unfortunately, that sounds awful.
Please, Bernadette's bringing her dad because her mom's out of town. I never have anything to say to that guy.
Oh, since you put it that way, yeah, I'd love to go, but that sounds even more awful.
It'd actually be nice to not hear Sheldon complain about my cooking all day.
Excuse me, but every year you prepare a terrible meal, and every year I criticize it. Did we really have to go to Mrs. Wallowitz's house?
We do, and I expect you to be on your best behavior.
Now I know how the African slaves felt. Being dragged from their homes to labor under the yoke of the white man.
Have a nice Thanksgiving anywhere. I spent one in Vegas.
You did?
Yeah, back when I was dating Zach. It was actually more fun than I thought. We gambled, went to one of those cheesy wedding chapels. We had a really good turkey dinner, which was surprising since we were at a strip club. We had one of those silly fake weddings.
She might actually be married.
You know those are real, right?
No, they're not. Didn't seem real.
Let me ask you a question. At any point, was Las Vegas on its side?
Yeah, that was good, that, actually. Do you know what, actually, my question is, because it might sound like an absolutely dumb question, but I'm not from the US, and the fact is, the US, each state has many different laws. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I personally, from the UK, think's a bit crazy. That, like, I could say, I'm just going to pick random stuff because I actually don't know any of the state laws. You know, I could go to Texas and maybe shoot somebody, like, on my property, and it'd be self-defense. But, like, I could be in, say, Florida and shoot somebody on my property, and it's not the same law as it was just a minute ago. Do you know what I mean? Where in the UK, it's just collectively. I could be in London, or I could be in Liverpool, and whatever the action is, it's the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the US, it's massive. I understand it. From flying from one side to the other takes longer than going from UK, one side to the other. So I totally get it. But keeping up with everything is pretty crazy. How different states have different rules. And what I'm asking is, if you got married in Vegas, would it still be the same as if you went to Boston? If you went to, you know what I mean, Kansas? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If you went round Washington, LA, you know, wherever you got married, does it acknowledge for the whole of the US, or do you have to kind of register it in each section? Because that'd be really interesting.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, honey. Just wanted to have a nice, quiet day at home and watch the game.
You could have a quiet day and watch the game here.
Howard, the medicine's not working!
Hey, Mike, let me help you out there.
Thanks. What's wrong with your mom?
Her gout's flaring up. Turns out an apple pie a day does not keep the doctor away. She should quiet down soon. I gave her enough pain meds to choke her.
Traffic, we're sailing.
Yes, like we're on a ship. Going from Africa to America.
Alden, this is completely inappropriate. You can't keep comparing yourself to a slave.
I believe you're married to that idiot.
Would you stop? We just did it as a goof.
It could be because you said yes to marrying Zach, but every time Leonard's proposed, he's gotten a resounding no.
I never thought that.
Yeah, that's just off the top of my head.
Here, you can get an annulment if any of the following conditions are met. Were you unable to consummate the marriage?
Penny, next.
Fraud, bigamy, want of understanding.
Want of understanding? What does that even mean?
Ding, 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 we have a winner.
Where does your mom keep the Crisco?
I don't know, probably in a wad in her cheek.
Don't be silly. He loves you.
Does he?
Okay, he cares about you a lot.
Really?
I do crap for you all the time. Get out there.
The thing is, though, right, her dad probably wants time on his own. He said that he just wanted a nice, quiet time watching the game. Pushing Howard in there is probably going to be an inconvenience to him and make him obviously kind of, I don't know, annoyed with him. Do you know what I mean? But hopefully they hit it off, because last time they had a conversation before he went to space, I feel like they had a good bonding moment, and he said he was proud of him. And I was like, maybe that's something that Howard's needing in his life. You know what I mean? A father figure. So that was nice. Maybe they can carry on from there.
Yeah, my mom's been to Arizona. She rode one of those mules down in the Grand Canyon. Long story short, they had to shoot it. I'll get the door. Well, you finish laughing.
Thank you for having us.
What's with you?
Oh, she's mad at me because she just found out she's married to Zach.
Really? That dumbass you used to date? That's hysterical.
I actually like Zach.
I can't believe I felt bad for opening this in the car.
We have a lot to do and not much time to do it. Bernadette, you're on corn, gravy, and yam detail. Amy, you're on rolls, cranberries, and making sure Bernadette stays away from the marshmallows.
Did you guys know Penny married Zach 3 years ago?
What?
Hey, I found the court papers that you and Zach need to fill out. I'll print them when we get home.
Fine.
We can just put this whole thing behind us.
Are you done?
What?
Look, I get it. I screwed up. Is this all we're going to talk about the rest of the day?
Why are you mad at me? You're the one that did this stupid thing. I'm just trying to fix it. She's the one who married someone else. I'm the victim.
Sounds like Zach's the victim. You're sleeping with his wife.
Hey, that is true.
How do you not make a first down there?
They passed against a nickel defense. They should have run it off tackle.
I'd be happy to know. I just spoke to Zach, and he's willing to sign the court papers. He's on his way here now.
Wait, you invited him here?
I'm getting ready to weigh in again.
I would throw a quick slant to a wide out, given that the defense is showing blitz.
Oh, I love a good blitz, especially with sour cream.
I don't understand why you invited him here today.
Because you wouldn't shut up about it. When I called him, he had nothing to do, so I just thought
Hey
he
guys,
would
I'm trying to
come.
cook in here.
Sorry, we'll keep it down.
No, speak up.
She invited Zach.
What?
My, the plot like my gravy, thicken.
I don't care for your mother's bathroom. There's not an angle to do one's business without a clown figurine staring at you.
You remember the Thanksgiving game when it snowed in Dallas?
1993, Leon Lett blew the game in the final seconds, and the Dolphins emerged victorious. And then I finally got to do my calculus.
Does your dad still live in Texas?
No, he died when I was 14.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So was the man who owned the local liquor store.
So if your dad died when you were 14, you were never old enough to have a beer with the man. Well, you're having one with me.
I never had a beer with my dad either.
That is true, innit? Don't usually see Sheldon drink, do we? We literally
Can't
don't.
believe Penny's married to Zach.
Wonder what she saw in that guy.
I don't know. He's sweet. He's tall, handsome.
Broad shoulders, good hair.
Wonder what she sees in Leonard.
And ignored me for a week when he got that Roomba vacuum. I kick it when he's not looking.
Sheldon started talking about how his dad isn't alive anymore, and they were toasting, and I tried to tell him about how sad I was when my dad abandoned.
Zach's here. Sorry, I really want to hear how sad you are. I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes.
He made you come over here on a holiday.
It's all right.
I didn't have anything going on. Plus, Penny told me we were married and Thanksgiving's a time to be with family.
You guys have to sign here and here.
I don't know if I want to sign it.
Hmm.
I just think splitting up can be rough on kids.
We don't have any kids.
Are you sure? Because you didn't know we were married until this morning.
You married him instead of me? Good call. Sign the papers.
Hang on. You know what? You have been a jerk about this all day. You always do this. Whenever I mess up, you're right there to make me feel even worse about it.
I'm starting to think you're not the kind of guy I want dating my wife.
Sign the paper.
How long have they been married for? Right, in all fairness, I personally don't think that Leonard has done anything wrong in today's episode. Now, I mean, I'm not saying that Penny has either. If she accidentally married Zach thinking that it was just a, you know, piss up fun, you know what I mean? Like, people do things like that and never really understood the weight of it, then you can't be really mad because she didn't even know she was actually married. You know what I mean? It's just doing something, not really knowing what's happening. But she's kind of, I'm not saying blaming him, but all episodes she's kind of nagged him or moaned at him, like, about the situation because he's upset and wants to get it sorted. When in reality, I don't think he's done anything wrong. From her side, if he has been pestering consistently when she was like, look, I'll sign it on Monday, maybe that is where she can get it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if she's like, look, I didn't know that I was married to Zach, I'll hold my hands up, full on, yeah? Sort it out on Monday, I'll sign the papers, we'll get an annulment, sound. And then he's like, blah, 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 begging. Now, I'm like, then she's like, chill. Do you know what I mean? Like, now you're the pest, you're the one that's annoying. But I've not really seen him massively do that. We just heard the insinuations that he's been talking about.
That's all I can do without throwing up.
I don't know what's scarier. The bathroom clowns or the woman that put them there.
Look at Sheldon having a good time.
I really didn't want to come here, but this is shaping up to be one of the best Thanksgivings I've had in a long time.
Says you've been making fun of him all day. Now both you apologize right now.
It's funny when she's mad. I'm sorry for my behavior. I've had alcohol and it's caused me to be inappropriate. Ain't she great?
Sheldon.
He's gonna say he
Now
loves
she
that.
Get us a couple of beers.
Oh, she'll take that. Contact. Oh, her face is
Thanks again for cooking.
funny then.
Yeah, everything was delicious.
What do you say we go outside and throw around the old pigskin?
This is a Jewish house. I don't have pigskin.
I'm sorry about today. And I promise next time I get married, it won't be a joke. It'll be for love.
Terrible husband. Was never around.
I know I'm hard on you, but you're not the worst son-in-law in the world.
The nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Well, I'm drunk.
I just vomited on a lot of clowns.
Mate, I absolutely love Sheldon when he's like drunk and he's just, you know what, right? It's weird because I absolutely love his character being like the awkwardness. I'm the best, know it all, I know everything, you know, better than everybody else kind of guy. Like, I absolutely love his character like that, you know, because when he kind of tries to trump everybody and up everybody, it's just by his own self gloating. It's not really that he's trying to make everybody feel bad. It's more, I'm just better. You know what I mean? You've won $100 on the scratch card. Sheldon's won 200. Do you know what I mean? You've swam with, you know what I mean? I don't know, 100 meters. He swam across the sea. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's always just better than everybody else, and I like it when he's in a situation as well. But I mean, I love his character like that. But sometimes when he lets his hair down and he just goes out there and says what he wants and don't really be the Sheldon that we all actually know, like, he's also a vibe. Like, I actually like him. Like, do you remember the episode when he got drunk and he went on stage and he started taking his clothes off and he started doing that speech in front of everybody? I think you guys told me that he actually won his first Emmy for that. And, like, although that we love Sheldon the way he is, like, that was a great bit of Sheldon. You know what I mean? I love watching that. And in today's episode, again, he's got drunk and he's not the normal Sheldon that we actually know. You know what I mean? The one that we know was the guy that was in the car coming over here trying to compare himself to slaves. You know what I mean? And then he actually just let himself go, just saying whatever's, just being free. And he's quite funny as well. I actually really like him. Like, when Raj becomes drunk, he becomes kind of an arsey to everybody. Sheldon, I don't even know. Like, he just becomes another funner version of himself as well. I like both of them. So, you know, here's a good episode from him. And it was decent to see everybody around collectively together. And obviously, you know, the main talking point was Penny's being married to you know, Zach, and it's good to see him as well. I feel like we should have him in a little bit more, to be honest. His cameos are decent, as well as Stu. You know, we're not seeing him for a while, but you know, in the episode, she was moaning at Leonard for constantly marrying her to get the annulment when she said that she was going to. I actually don't think Leonard done anything actually wrong in saying that to, you know, Penny, that she should get it done. But if he was consistently pestering that we didn't see, I can understand where she was kind of moaning from. But the whole episode as a whole, and everybody kind of getting involved in the gossip and wanting to listen, and it was just fun. You know, I feel like this was a fun episode of the season. I actually really enjoyed it. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So, I know it was a family Thanksgiving dinner, and obviously Bernadette's dad's come along, and, you know, Howard's eager to impress, isn't he? To be honest. He's always there. He's always feeling like he's uncomfortable and that he doesn't like him, and, you know, I understand why it'd be sad for him to see that Sheldon and him bonding over an absent father, to be honest. And, you know, sports do bring people together. You just seen it in today's episode. The fact that Sheldon started knowing about the rules and, you know, different games that he's you know, her dad's watched in the past, it brought them kind of closer, and they shared a beer together, and you know, it made Howard feel left out again. And then he started, obviously, now that he was a little bit drunk, calling him names and picking on him, and you could see Bernadette coming in and shouting at them. Now, I thought it was really funny, actually, to be honest, when Sheldon slapped Amy on the backside and said, go grab us some beers. You know, usually you'd be like, what the F did you just say to me? But, like, for Amy, it's like, oh, Sheldon, stop it. You know what I mean? You could tell, like, what I liked about that scene is that you could tell that she was trying to not laugh and also smile at the same time. Do you know what I mean? She's trying to keep her equilibrium, like going into that room, and it was just, it was good. I actually liked that scene. You could tell that she was like low-key supposed to enjoy it, but she also, as a personal self, you know what I mean, like in real life, was actually laughing at the scene. I thought the whole episode was pretty good vibes, to be honest. I know that they found out that Penny married Zach and stuff, but it wasn't really a downer and a negative. It was kind of interesting to see, and you know, it brought Zach into the episode as well, which you know, which I enjoyed because I don't mind his character. So I'd say all round as a whole, this was a fun one. If we had many more of these going forward, you know, it'd be a good end. Well, it's not even end. It's like midway through the season now, isn't it? To be honest, but you know what I mean. It'd be a good way to go towards the end if we could keep up this pace and how fun the episode was. I actually enjoyed it, and interestingly as well, you know, these dinners, these Thanksgiving dinners that you all have in the US, we don't actually have these holidays here in the UK. It's not the same, but we roughly have the same type of style food that you guys cook for one big event throughout the year, pretty much kind of like every Sunday. You know, in the UK, we kind of have Sunday roast where everybody sits down around the table. You've got your turkey, but usually you have your turkey around Christmas. It's usually like chicken or beef. You can have turkey if you wanted to, and then obviously you have all the side pieces, your veg, you know, your mash, your carrots, just your gravy boat out. You know, we do that pretty much collectively all year round, every Sunday in the UK, where like obviously you guys celebrate it as a big, massive tradition. And I love it, and I wish that, you know, I could take part in one of you guys, you know, events as well, because I bet you have some crazy foods there that we don't actually have over here. I do love the fact that everybody comes together as like a family moment. You know, people come from around the country that you've not seen, you know, family, like I was mentioning about the states, you know, you have different laws, and like if you got married in one, does it stand up in another? But also family members move away, and when you go to one state compared to the other, sometimes it could be hours, literally like 6-7 hours away. And for me personally, you know what I mean? It's like getting in the UK, 6 hours away, I could go like nearly to Dubai. Do you know what I mean? I could literally go to so many countries. It's like midpoint, like halfway around the world for us, like in terms of transportation on a plane. Where in the US, it's like just going to your next door neighbour, like another state, just seeing a family member. It's just madness how big it is. So I do like events when everybody collectively comes together. I think another great episode would be actually if we brought the parents in terms of Sheldon's. That would be good. I kind of like his mum as well, and Leonard's. They're really funny. So the more the merrier family occasions and gatherings for my liking. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you do. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.